Alright, so I'm going to try to sand this real quick. Or not sand it, grind it. Or file it. I got the right word. Real quick. Because I get it in tune. The intonation's fine. But what's happening is, especially at third string, it's going really sharp around in here. And it's really throwing off the rest of the other strings. So I'm trying to file this piece down to lower the string, because it is kind of high at this end of the nut. So it is kind of high, so it does need to be filed down a little bit. Drop the string down because the action's up pretty high. I'm saying you could probably fit the action's so high here that you can actually slide a quarter through and not get any resistance from the strings at all. So that it would just slide through easily. So I'm just going to try to file these down, especially at these lower ones, and see if that works. If not, then I don't. I'm trying anything at this point. I'm desperate. I even came up with a way to do my intonation. It's totally not supposed to be electric guitar related to do, but I did. Anyway. So, welcome to part 6, everybody. I'm trying my best not to make this a part 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 100th video series. I'm anxious to get this thing played and going. And I'm doing everything I can to make sure that happens. So I'm just going to file these in a little bit. That way the strings kind of get dropped down. Should have done this when I first put the nut in there, but I didn't. I don't have my air compressor hooked up. Sorry for me blowing around the camera. Hope it's not annoying y'all on the microphone there. Me doing that. So, if you recall in the last episode, there were some F-bombs. I apologize. I try not to have any cussing on this channel, but sometimes things just get me so aggravated that it happens. So let me see what it looks like now. Especially, I'm really worried about the third string more than I am the other ones, because it's the one that was causing me the grief. So let's drop this in there and see what happens. This is about the third time I've tried to record this episode. Because of this, I stopped to figure out what is going on here. And I'm with every avenue I could possibly do to see what the deal is. I'm going to get these strings back on here and get them tuned up. Sorry that I got the cake guitar more than 5 videos. I was hoping to have it up and running by now, but this sometimes happens. That's life. Things don't usually go how you plan. So, but we'll get it there. At least the electronics are working. Oh, I'll explain. I don't know if you see what's down there. I'll bring you in a closer look here in just a second. See what the let's see what the action is doing now. This is probably, it's a little bit thicker than a quarter, but I'm just trying to slide it in. Oh, that's better. That's a whole lot better. It actually grabbed it. I could probably slide it. Before I did that, I could probably slide that thing no problem. In between the strings and the fret. So not only do you have to worry about the action on this side as it relates to that side, dropping it down here. Also, you want to check the action here above it. It can really affect things. Everything has to work together towards the common cause. there's a lot of play in there. Hopefully I don't get a lot of buzzing. So yeah, before I tune this up, let me bring you in for a look here at what I did. Well, me trying to set the intonation kind of escalated into things. You see something missing. Well, they're up here in this bowl here. I took them out and moved the tailpiece. You see where the screw holes were. I moved it back more than a scotch, more of a scoliosis level of movement. Moved it back. And now what I did here is a banjo bridge. And I filed notches in it. Got it in there, boy. And I set the strings in there. And now I have all this freedom of movement between the pickup and the tailpiece to be able to set my intonation, to adjust for the scale length to get my right intonation and get this thing hopefully to tune right. So, in theory, that actually worked. I actually had the intonation set up. I was having more problems just out of this all this trouble out of this third string all day long trying to get it tuned. It's still too sharp. So hopefully this did it. Maybe dropping it down here. Maybe because, maybe because it was sharp. Maybe because it was up high, a little bit higher on this end. And every time I would match it down, maybe it would, try to pitch up. I don't know. So we're gonna find out and see if that actually worked. Walk over here and turn this amp on. Alright, let's get this thing in a rough tuning. Sounds about right. Oh, that's beautiful. That's high hopes there, y'all. So now I still have the treble of this E. Third fret, sixth string and third fret clashing, being sharp now. So maybe I can adjust for that by pushing him back with the scotch now. I think I got the problem fixed here. Still filing away here, trying to play with it, because it seems to be working. Come here, you. Get over here. Get back here. Set it back up, please. Alright, still got the sixth string to contend with. It is still, I don't know, let me see. It still wants to be sharp at that third fret. this. Try again. Put this on here. Almost, guys. Seems like it's getting closer. I finally had this thing tuned up to do this. You gotta mess around with it. Take your time. Experiment with everything until you get it just right. Go whole hog and removing a lot of material, but you can really fill that back in with some super glue and baking soda. So if you take too much out of those notches, don't worry, you can really fill that back in and start over. So I'm not really sure what, every time I do this, it matches pitch. But every time I pick it up on its side, I'm going to do that real quick, and play that same note. Then it gets out of whack. I don't know. I just do not know. So I really just been doing them individually here. I've got them lowered where I want. So I'm just trying to tackle just the strings that are giving me the issue the most, really. And that's this one. It's hit it on the 3rd fret. It's sharp against the, the thing. The intonation's right. It could be raised up a little. There we go. Sound a little flat now. I moved the bridge. That's my fault. Move it back. Alright, now come on. Get back to where you were. There you go. There we go. That might have had something to do with it. That sounds a little better. I just don't know. Hey, Kimberly. I don't know. I think I might have figured it out, though, or fingered it out. I don't know. It does good on the table. But then it clashes against the other notes. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. So, sorry for all that close-up stuff, but just trying different positions here. That's actually a lot better. That 6-string in is sharp now, as it was before. It actually matches. Better than what it was before, actually. So let's see what we got now. Okay, so so be it ever so crappy, this guitar is ready to go. Maybe, I don't know. But there's promise there. Before I end this episode, I want to see if I can go through the chords here and get it to play something pretty. Not too bad. Let's see about that G chord. That sixth string is still slightly, just a hair sharp. Time to settle in. These are new strings. This is a new guitar, just been put together. Parts have been put together. So it's going to take some time for it to get adjusted, be under tension, and things of that nature. But I have to say the hardest part about building this has got to be getting the tuning right, the intonation. If I was a little bit more professional, like I made it, like I had a career in luthier and setting up guitars and stuff and making sure the intonation was right. It'd probably been good right off the bat, but I'm not. But it's hitting them bar chords really well. So I think a lot of my problem too was up here at this nut. Just needed to be filed down a little bit. The string height was too high. But since I've done the saddle, sorry, my nose, this is real gross for me doing, I'm so sorry. My nose is itching, I can't help it. But this, the bridge here actually did two things for me. It did help me with my intonation, being able to slide that back and forth. It was definitely a big step forward in terms of getting this thing intonated and getting it set. You don't have to do that. If you just use the hardware that come with it, but I couldn't get it to work. I don't know if it was the type of materials, the low quality or whatever it was, but so I kind of had to use kind of like my ingenuity to do that. And you notice that the grounding issue is solved. It was the coax. All you hear is the strings. But yeah, that bridge is a big help. I forgot it. Got screw holes all over the body of it, but it's okay. And definitely does help too, lowering the string height. But I think after this guitar kind of settles into itself and the strings get settled in, I'll be able to keep it tuned up and ready to go. Definitely sounds better. Definitely sounds a little bit better. Let's see if I can get it up here. Let's see what it sounds like. Slight tuning issues, but I think it'll work itself out. Probably not. But I'll keep working on it and I'll get it right. And by next episode, I'm gonna play this thing and be whatever. Be it as it may. It doesn't sound too bad. I'll keep working on tuning issues. Thank you so much for clicking on. Hit that subscribe button for some more. This thing is one step closer to being complete. This little mini Frankenstein contraption thrown together with not nearly the parts that came with out of the box. I Frankensteined a lot of pieces together to get this thing to work and sound at least halfway trashy. So, but it'll come together. Well, I'll get it right. Thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on. And I'm going to end this episode here. And until next time, go ahead. Until I see you, I'll see you when I see you. Oh, yeah. Get on up for now. Get on up.